Well, I stumbled into user experience as a career, and that started when I was about 7, and I was used as a test subject, really, for early computers interfaces in Italy. At the time, it was called ergonomics. It wasn't called computing, but that's how I started. And then I got into designing systems, which I don't know, but was called information architecture. And by looking at the systems I was designing, then I also had to take into account the people that were going to use the systems and that I was designing for. And I realized that really that was what interested me, the people that used the things that I made rather than the things that I was making per se. And that turned into a career choice. I think UX and usability are pretty complicated concepts to explain to someone who doesn't work in the field. Even clients sometimes have a hard time grasping the full breadth of what we do. And so I tend to use an analogy that I use with my children, which is I tell them that I take a look at things, at the way they look, at the way people use those things and what makes them happy and what makes it difficult for them or challenging. Or I point to website and I point at examples of things that don't work very well, or apps, because we all have them on our phone. And then I explain that my job is to analyze what I find out about these things and the way people use them and try to make them better. My move hasn't just been from the US to the UK, it's also been from in-house in academia to agency, so the changes are multiple. Aside clearly from the weather, there's a change of pace, and in agency clearly you have a variety of projects you work on, which is really nice. It's a welcome change. What is really interesting to me is how vibrant and how active is the London UX community, and in general the British UX community at large. There's a lot of momentum and there's a lot of interest surrounding even experimental areas of our profession, and I find it really stimulating that usability and accessibility and user research trends are starting from the UK. So if you think about gov.uk, which has become this sort of beacon of excellence and benchmark of how government services should be delivered, the fact that it's here in London is what makes me want to be here.